Okay, so I'm taking apart the Emerson Electric fan now. I've taken it apart. There's the head wire. There's the base. I just figured out how the wires go together. There's one of them. There's the capacitor. I took off the cage. Now I'm showing the blade, and yeah. There's the back cover. There's the oscillator. I took the oscillator screw off, and now I'm going to take the screw off for the back bullet. Here's the back bullet off. Here's what the back of the fan looks like. And there's the old head wire still on. There's the part where you're going to put an Allen wrench or a screwdriver through into the hole. You can kind of see it there. Try to get some better pictures, but yeah. Here's just more. That's how I took it off with an Allen wrench. And yeah. There's what the slit in the back looks like for the oscillator. There's a blade off. And there's the threads. That's what it looks like with the blade off. There's the you can see the nut on the back, and then you have the oscillator shaft that goes to the back. And I got the cage off. I got the cover off. And then you're gonna see the windings with the rotor in it. And yeah. Here's me now going to take the nut off. You want to go this way to loosen it. Here it is off. You can see the washers. There it is on the ground, showing a better picture of it. Here's the rotor. You want to clean the rotor and the spindle, the inside of the rotor and the spindle. It's pretty dirty. And then yeah, there's the screws that you're gonna loosen, and there's the nut on the back. And yeah, there's another picture of it. That I put what is it? I used a socket there since it was kind of hard to put a wrench in there. There's it out. On some of these you have to do the put two nuts and then tighten one the opposite way and the other way, and it should take it out. Yeah, I took there's the old head wire after I cut it off, and then there's a PVC pipe. It's 1-inch diameter and a foot. And then I'm going to loosen all those. And I'm showing both sides. There's it off. That slides off, but mine was stuck. And there's the strain relief I've taken off. This is what it looks like. Normally you can pull it out, but it's stiff for me. Or for that. There's how you put the PVC pipe. You put it over the spindle. Here's me taking it off. Okay, here it is how you get it out. You basically put it here and you just tap it out. Well, that fell out. And remember to catch it. Don't do it too hard. As you can see, it's already coming out a little bit. Make sure not to do it too hard when you do it. Yeah, don't do it too hard or you'll break it. As you can see, it's already coming out. Oh, there it goes. There it got off. There it is. Here's the stator out, that's what it looks like. And that's the housing. You can clean that, that's what I did. I made sure to clean that up. Look at how dirty that was. It was really bad. And there's the leads. I remembered to ohm them out, and I did put shrink wrap over it just because I wanted to be safe. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Be careful when you do it though, because I'm soldering it up, but be careful with the windings because it's very important not to damage them. That's why I put paper towels down, because that's how important it is to me. This is like the most important part of the fan, so just be careful. There I'm shrink wrapping it. And another picture of the housing after I cleaned the spindle. There's it back together. I kind of went fast with these pictures. There's the bolt. There's a better picture. There's the neck part of the fan. And there's it, basically together. I'm just skipping over because it's easy. There I soldered it back, the leads back on. I put a knot on it so it's like a strain relief. There's the other lead, and then the other one goes to the capacitor. And yeah, there's it upright. There's the cage on. Here's the first test of it. Yay, it runs. Okay, here's how you get the blade back on. I have the rotor locked. Make sure not to hit the windings, because that's the most important part. And you see that little slit in there? I'll put a still picture up right now. And yeah, you want to line it up with this part right here. That's what makes the oscillator run. And if you don't have that lined up, then it'll seize up your fan and the oscillator won't work. You want to make sure it's, I'll show you it once I get it, but I line it up, and the way you turn it is opposite, like counterclockwise, because basically when the fan's running, it tightens itself so it doesn't loosen. And you just spin it. Now you don't want to over tighten it, and then do that and make sure, I mean, you might need some more. Sometimes it gets caught on that thing and the blade doesn't go all the way in, and you have to like spin the blade and watch the oscillator to see if it moves. I'm gonna spin it. See how it's moving? The battery's gonna die, but yeah, see how it's moving? That means I've got it, so yeah. And you don't over tighten it. And if it doesn't go on there correctly, do not force it, because it will strip that, and if you strip it, then you're basically, I don't even know what you do. You'd have to get a whole new rotor and blade, and that would suck. So don't force it. Now I'm showing a picture of what the collar looks like. And I'll show some people how to do the oscillation. This is basically the same on all Emersons that are 12 inch and 16 inches. Well, I don't know. Pretty sure though. So you basically put it in the middle for it to be stationary, and it's variable, so you just turn it this way and see how it's, I'll put it straight down, see how it's moving out more. That means it's getting wider oscillation, and this is full oscillation, halfway oscillation, and very slight oscillation. And then you put it in the middle for stationary. This was their way to keep it so people didn't have to change the screw out and lose it. Even though sometimes the screws got lost because they were taking it apart, but there are replacements. What is it? Somebody makes them, so yeah. Here's the back bullet. Here I am going to put the screw on. I kind of went a little reverse, but yeah, there's the screw on with the collar, you can see. I put those screws back in. There's the collar. There's where you oil it. You want to use non-detergent oil. And that's what you want the bottom to be. And obviously there's the badge. There's it fully together. Here's the old wire with the new head wire, and just the new head wire. On low.